Good morning, everybody. It is race day. It is 10K race day. I've only had 2 runs in the last month leading up to today. And so right now it is 10 a.m. This is actually an evening race. It doesn't happen until 7 p.m. But race kit pickup is at 6. So this is going to be my first in-person race since, wow, I don't even know. Like, I don't even remember. Could it be summer of 2019, maybe? When I had to DNF the half marathon because of my injury? Possibly. This could be my first in-person race in like 2 years. It might very well be. In any case, it's a 10K coming off of a pretty significant stretch of not running, a little over a month from moving and stuff like that. And here we are. So today's goal is going to be just stay very hydrated, stay loose and limber. So I am working. I'm in my home office right now, but getting up regularly and taking a little walk around, maybe doing the stairs a couple times, just kind of letting myself stay loose and limber through the day instead of getting too tight. And yeah, I don't know how this is going to go this evening, but I was pretty sore last night from the last couple of runs. I mean, honestly, my quads and stuff were feeling it. There are a lot of hills around here, and I haven't been running much, but I also haven't been running many hills for a long time because I was mostly sticking with the trail back at my old place, nice and flat areas to run. So, I was a little bit sore last night, but did a really nice, good sort of meditation session with a focus on, I won't get into this. Maybe I'll get into this in another video, but I do find that I can meditate and, not like heal. It's not really like a healing, but the whole practice is very, it's filled with intention to give focus and attention to areas that are noticeably uncomfortable, and I find that even just the mental benefits of that can translate to some physical relief as well. So did that last night, had a nice like 40-minute session, and ready to take it on today. We'll see what happens. Like I said in a couple of videos ago, or maybe the last couple of videos, really, I know that my target would have been about a sub 45 if I were training for a 10K, which I think, is probably very likely. With not having run much lately, we'll probably end up somewhere around 47 or 48, but we'll see what happens. And there you have it. So this one is being timed by Atlantic Chip. Good folks, good folks. Yeah, first in-person race in 2 years. So yeah, first in-person race in actually a little over 2 years, because the last in-person race I did was that half marathon that I was attempting my sub 140, where I was still having some foot issues and ankle issues, Achilles issues. I really shouldn't have started that race, but I did anyway. Made it to the 15K mark and realized it wasn't going to happen, so I actually had to drop out of a half marathon. It is what it is. But here I am today, and first race in 2 years. Like I say, I am excited for this 10K route. Just drove in the road, and I mean, it's flat. It's going to be fast. I wish that I was in better shape because, man, what an opportunity for a personal best. Probably not today, just where I'm, a little bit out of shape. I'm pretty sore, actually, but we'll see what happens. Race kit pickup starts in about 5 minutes, so I'll go grab that. Going to find a washroom and use that, and then start my warm-up routine. All right, a little windy out here, but still a 2K warm-up, about a 5:10 pace, something like that, just to get the legs moving a little. Of course, I'm going to be trying to run this under the 5-minute kilometer pace, get into the high 40s. But yeah, just a little bit windy. That first mile is going to be uphill, and then I get to do it twice because I'm doing the 10K. But overall, I think it's going to be pretty good. Really nice, well-paved, well-groomed road, and just looking forward to racing again. It's nice actually having a crowd here, so
You know, just the usual. Keep your masks on when you're close. Once you get out there, and once you come back across the line, you know, kind of mask up as necessary. But yeah, all right. So it's probably really hard for you to hear me. So I'm going to go. I'm going to change into the Puma UltraRides. Just did the warm up in the trusty sockety ride ISO 2s. Just kind of a nice everyday shoe, just to get warmed up. And yeah, now switch into the UltraRides, do a couple strides, do some stretching, and get ready to go. Race starts in about 15 minutes. Okay, no filming on the race course, of course, because I was dying out there, but I finished about how I thought I would, which was not near the 45-minute mark, which would have been my normal goal had I been training, but I think right around 49, which honestly, I thought this was a flatter course, but the first mile out is all steady uphill. It was pretty painful, and there was a headwind, probably about, 20, 25 mile per hour wind, headwind on the way out up that hill. And of course I had to do it twice because I did the 10k. But you know what, overall, pretty good for my third run in a month. It's harder than it should have been, but at the same time, I kind of got into a rhythm okay. So I was able to sort of mentally overcome some of the physical suffering, if you will. So anyway, it's a fairly small local turnout. There was probably about 50 people running a 5K, and I think maybe about 25 people doing the 10K, something like that. I actually came in 5th place with my 49. So, I'll take that. Like, I'm perfectly happy with that. I know that would not be good for 5th place in, any more populated race, but anytime I can come in 5th, no matter the size of the race, I feel pretty good about that. So especially, third run in a month. So the Puma UltraRides were great, except for 5 seconds out of the gate, I had to retie a lace. I had to pull over and retie my lace. After that, it was fine. So I must have just messed it up. I must have just not had it tied tight before I did my strides and checked before I took off. So it did come undone immediately, but after that, it was fine. I might have lost 5 seconds and a small amount of momentum, but it was probably good because it actually kept me from going out too fast. So yeah, I'll take it. So I'm just gonna keep kind of cooling off a little bit and walk around, say hi to a couple friends I haven't seen in a while. There's a couple here, including one of the guys doing the timing. So shout out to Jeff. And yeah, I'll recap it maybe in a little bit, maybe on the drive home or something. All right, till then. Here we go. Leaving the race. That was fun. That was definitely fun. So overall, I was just looking at my splits, and overall I did pretty even. Like I say, I think I probably would have started going out a little bit too fast, as per usual, had I not had to stop and tie my lace right away. So that was probably a blessing in disguise. That first kilometer was a little faster than most of my other ones. Started off with a 4:41, but that felt good. It felt controlled. Really, that was my half marathon pace when I was training for that. So it wasn't, it's not too fast or anything, but just having not run in a month, I didn't have the cardio really. But that felt controlled, and then really, it was right around the 455 kilometers. The whole way through. Kilometer 7, I did start to fade a little bit because that was going up. There was one little, not little, it was reasonably long hill right before the turnaround point. And that hill just really kicked my ass that second time having to do it. So I came in at a 502 kilometer, which is like an 805 mile. And, you know, it's more of like just a steady pace, not a 10K pace for me usually, but it's okay. You know, I mean, I felt pretty good overall. I knew that I was struggling a little bit, but at the same time, I wasn't going all out, really, out of necessity, because I knew that if I went any harder than that, I was just going to crash and burn and have to walk, and I didn't want to do that. Like, I knew I wasn't going to personal best tonight. I knew all of that. You know, it's just out here as like a benchmark to see where my fitness is, a good snapshot of where I'm at today. And so, you know, 49, like, yeah, okay. That's fine. I mean, it's an official 10K personal best for me, even though I've run like 3 minutes faster than that in training for a half marathon. But this is my first actual 10K that I've ever done, so I'll take it. Like I say, you know, 5th place. It's a small venue. It's a small event, but I'll still take it because, I mean, you know, it was pretty cool. Like, you know, it was cool coming in 5th place. Like, that does not happen very often for me. So, yeah, now I'm ready to crash and burn. But anyway, just on the drive home now, go stop at an ATM and take some cash out for our neighborhood's doing kind of like a neighborhood-wide yard sale tomorrow morning. So I'm gonna take some cash out for that. Go home, get something to eat, have a shower, get a good night's sleep. Anyway, the Puma UltraRides, great shoe. I probably wouldn't want to race them any harder or any faster, any longer than a 10K. I think that's probably about the limit for me in them as far as hard efforts go. But that was comfortable enough for that. And maybe if I was in a little bit better shape and, you know, my form was a little better and all the rest, I could take them to like 10 miles or something. But I don't think they'd be a half marathon shoe for me, considering I've got like Kinvaras or something. That would be better for that. But anyway, thanks very much for following along. I'll touch base again in the next couple of days when I've got the next video out, though I'm not sure exactly what it'll be. But again, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one, guys. Peace.